Let's hear it for one more time for Irene and Catherine on the storytelling video.
Good evening, church. Today we're going to be telling the story about the peaceful paintings. There once lived a very wealthy man who was willing to pay a small fortune to an artist who could best illustrate the presence of peace. Several artists brought in paintings of sunsets and quiet meadows, but the man did not accept any of these. One day, as the man was walking through, looking at the most recent attempts, two paintings captured his attention.
One was a painting of a beautiful lake surrounded by lush green mountains. The water seemed still as glass, and wispy white clouds danced in the bright blue of the sky. Next to his painting was another with vast differences. It was also a picture of a lake surrounded by mountains, but the strong winds had covered the whipped lake into a tempest, and the dark clouds hovered over the rugged mountains, ready to be released to a downpour of rain.
The audience standing about watched with anticipation to see which one the man might choose to depict the story of peace. All were shocked when he did not choose the first one, but instead the second. How could such a stormy scene tell a story of peace?
The rich man explained. The first painting was beautiful and peaceful, but it didn't tell the truth of where peace can be found. Anyone could feel peaceful upon a crystal clear lake with white clouds drifting across the sky and barely a breeze blowing across the water.
Then he pointed out something in the second painting which everyone else had overlooked. If you peered closely into the mountains of the second, there was a waterfall, and tucked into the crevice of that mountain, near the waterfall, was a small nest on which a mother bird sat upon her tiny blue eggs.
The man spoke. The second painting is a picture of true perfect peace because it's within the storms of life we find real peace tucked into the side of God, knowing His presence will guard and protect us even in the midst of this world's storms. The moral of the story is that knowing God's presence will protect you from all storms that may come your way.
Thank you! What?
Good evening, church.
We're going to be telling the story about the peaceful paintings. There once lived a very wealthy man who was willing to say, That was real!
Good evening, church.
Today we're going to be telling the story about the peaceful paintings. There once lived a very wealthy man who was willing to say, The audience standing about watched with anticipation to see which one the man might choose to depict the story of peace. All were shocked when he did not choose the first one, but the second one. How could such a stormy scene depict?
The rich man explained. The first painting was beautiful and peaceful, but it didn't tell the truth of where peace can be found. Anyone could feel peaceful upon a crystal clear lake with white clouds.